Hello everyone, I am here to talk a little bit about what's going on in August, September, and October in the javelin built world and how you can finish the season with authority. We want to continue to compete as long as possible. We then want to transition through a rest period and then end up in our phase one of the 2027 training year with a clear mind, a healthy body, and an understanding of how I'm going to attack my technique and my physical improvements for the year. So we are just about to publish weeks 45 through 48 of the Javelin Built program. So it's been a great ride in 2027. Like I said previously, I'm urging athletes to compete as long as possible. So if you have the opportunity, please shoot to get 15 to 20 javelin meets. I know that's significantly more than a lot of athletes out there are throwing in, but that is where you really are going to learn how to compete, how to execute your technique under high intensity and high pressure. So if you need some help finding late season competitive opportunities, please reach out. For those athletes in the Northeast, I'll send you to Norwich, Vermont. So the Thorstone Throwing Club has an excellent series of meets that's going through August into mid-September that you could really take advantage of. So that's priority number one. I understand that's going to be a struggle for the majority of javelin built athletes. So what you'll see in August is a hybrid. It's going to give you training to stay in touch with higher intensity technique, higher intensity training, while balancing some of the early season attributes in our training that we'll see when we start in October. So this hybrid training, where we're staying in touch with our throwing while preparing our body for the more intense training of the 2027 year, is what javelin built athletes can be excited to expect when they open up the programs on Sunday. So as we move through our final phase of August, we will get into September. So the training during September, some athletes will still have competitive opportunities. The Javelin Built programs will continue to include some of this transition training to help provide athletes a structure to continue to work their technique and improve their physical qualities through the end of 2026. We will include, towards the end of October, 1 to 2 weeks of doing nothing as hard as possible. So here we are going to have unstructured training. So you need to give yourself a mental and physical break from this structured training. So there is space for you to go on hikes, go swimming, go surfing, play games with your friends, do things of your choice, but we will not follow a specific plan. One very important activity during September, during this rest period, will be to give yourself a breakdown of your last season's performance. So we will look at our results versus our goals. Did you have performance goals last year? Did you meet them? Did you have physical goals, physical improvement goals? How did you do? What were your strengths? What were your weaknesses? What were you doing when you did well? And what were you doing when you struggled? All of this data you can gather to see how you're going to better structure your training in 2027. So I will send a link to a blog post that will give you some examples, some instructions, as well as a form that will give you the structure of what that postseason write-up will look like. So a very important step for you to take ownership of your trajectory into 2027 and beyond. As we get into October, this is phase one of our 2027 season training. So October 4th, the Javelin Built programs will get right into this general preparation phase of training. So the priorities in October: technique always, technical refinement, understanding your technique and improving at lower intensity with simulations and low intensity throws. We're also going to be building that general foundation of balance, structural integrity, strength, preparing the body to have the volume of high quality training throughout the season. So we all know where javelin throwers tend to have their problems: arm, shoulder, hips, lower back, knees, ankles. We're going to make sure that we are robust in these areas, focus on tender loving care to our tendons and ligaments, and building that base for our 2027 training season. I wish you the best of luck throughout the end of your 2026 season. Take your well-deserved rest, and then we are going to attack this 2027 season starting in October. Best of luck. Thank you.